you got those geysers, and then you have little steam pockets all across this land. I just heard a little kid scream bloody murder like you hear in horror movies. Kids shouldn't do that in public. It's scary because you don't know if something's happening to them. I see that all the time. I don't remember that happening when I was a kid. Do you? I mean, kids just randomly screaming, and it's because they want something. I see the kid who was screaming wanted to be picked up. I've got nothing to say. Yeah, the steam is everywhere coming out of the ground. We're checking out all the RVs in this park. There's so many nice ones, and we see a lot of rentals. And it might be less expensive to rent an RV if you want to spend a week or two here. Because we looked at hotels at the entrance. I don't know about cabins. I don't know how much they are. But the hotels and the less expensive ones, they're like $400. I wonder how much it would be to rent an RV if you want to spend time, because it'd be really nice to spend time in the park and ride your bike around. That would be nice, but I have no idea. I know there's a lot of RVers watching this channel. I would love to know if you have a video on Yellowstone up and your suggestions on what you think is the best way to visit the park, because we paid $50 to come in to see Yellowstone plus the Grand Tetons, and we're only here for a day, like driving through, flying through, and you really need a couple of weeks at least a week to see what's here. There's so much to see. It's such a huge park. I'm thinking the best way is to be in the park in an RV for me. Full, at least one of them. I don't know how many campgrounds they have, and I'm sure you make reservations ahead of time, like way ahead of time, but very interesting. I would definitely come back here, but it would be in an RV, rented or bought, I don't know. Because our hotel's so far away, it's like you get exhausted, and it would be nice to just go to your RV, rest, and then go see the next thing, and then eat and rest, and then go on to the next thing. So that's my thoughts about visiting the Yellowstone National Park. And make sure you stop at Gail Crabtree's channel, because she knows all about these national parks. And boy, I wish I would have studied up a little bit more on these passes, because I think we would have saved a lot of money if I would have purchased like a yearly pass. And I think it's for the national parks. I have no idea. I have to ask Gail. But check out her channel, because she's traveling right now all over the country, and I think she's heading up to Alaska, and that's definitely a place we want to see as well. It is Friday, and it's 4:50. It's almost dinner time, so I'm hoping most people already came for the day, and it won't be super crowded, but we're going kind of slow, so I don't know. And the other good thing I think about having an RV when visiting these type of parks, or any park, is if you have a pet, you can leave them in the air conditioning, because it wasn't really hot today, but it was warm. So I literally ran around that last little geyser and steam holes that we saw, because I was worried about Cookie. He was fine. He was on his cooling pad, and we had the windows cracked, and it was not hot at all in the car when we got back. But if it was, you know, then you can't go see these things if you have a pet with you. And if your hotel is not anywhere near, it's not like you can leave your pet at the hotel. It's a bit of a problem. Old Faithful Lodge. I wonder how much they charge and how nice they are. I have to check reviews and see how much it would be. You're a good boy. He's barking at everybody. Don't bark at people. He's so afraid of everybody, children, anybody. So I'm holding him. I normally have the case with me, his bag. We left it in the car. That was a mistake. I I need to keep him in that bag where he feels more secure. Okay, guys, it should go off any second. Couple more minutes. There it goes. There it goes. Trying to keep Cookie from barking and checking it out. Wow. It's like seeing fireworks. Wow. Look how high. That is big. I was wondering how much bigger it was from the other ones we were saying. This is big. I think it's dying down. It's an hour and 40 minutes to get to the Grand Tetons, and it's getting late. But we saw this place, said something about Cascades. So of course we had to stop to check it out. Wow, this is cool. I'm glad we stopped to see this. Just passed a sign that said Continental Divide. Unfortunately, we didn't stop or didn't have a chance to stop. These signs just pop up very quickly, so we kind of miss out on some things. But anyway, we need to get to the Grand Tetons before it gets dark. It's still going to take us another hour and a half. And there was a sign that says we were at 8,200 feet. That's pretty darn high. I put the hat my mother made for me on to keep me warm. The air is kind of cold, so helps prevent headaches if you get headaches. Keep a hat on. I even sleep with hats on. Does anybody else do that? Grand Teton, 29 miles. There's nothing like flying through the Yellowstone National Park and Grand Teton National Park all in a day. I'm exhausted. We all are. It's a long day. You really need at least a couple weeks to see everything. Still have snow up in the mountains. Oh, it's chilly. Got my hat on, but not my sweat jacket. So beautiful. Wait, it's steep. Wow, this is like out of nowhere. Is it cold? Yeah, it's cold. Fresh mountain water. Just passed Lewis Lake Campground and it was full. I would imagine you have to reserve these spots a month ahead, months. I bet some people have like standing reservations. It wouldn't surprise me for certain spots every year because it's so popular. We're wondering if this is like lava rock. It's black and sparkly. Doesn't get much better than this. Rick and the kids ran across the street to take more photos. Too many photo opportunities out here. I heard people from around the world speaking different languages, but I heard Instagram. I should have gotten their Instagram accounts. But I thought that was kind of cute that they were saying Instagram. And then they were speaking their language. Didn't understand them. But pretty cool. Everybody's on Instagram. If you're not on Instagram, make sure you sign up. It's really easy. If I can figure it out, you can do it. Snapchat, I can't figure out. I signed up, but I never used it. So Instagram, we use. Again, our link is below in the description box if you want to follow us. Well, I just saw a license plate that said
Montana is the treasure state.
That's right. Anyways, it's because there's so many different minerals here. From copper to lead to silver to zinc. I think we're climbing some more. Oh, I wish we can clean our windows. Next time we stop to look at something, let's wipe them down. I'll stop required. Oh, maybe because we already paid. We have our ticket, $50 for both parks. And it's good for 7 days, which is nice. Except we're only here for today. Grand Teton Park information, 100 yards ahead. Yellowstone, and leaving Yellowstone National Park. That was probably the fastest tour of Yellowstone National Park ever. We left Yellowstone National Park and we are now in Grand Teton National Park. And it took us how many hours through Yellowstone?
Got there about 1, I think.
So about 6.5 hours in Yellowstone. That's how long it took to stop. We kind of ran through it. We stopped, took pictures, jumped back to the car, and every stop we jumped out, ran, pictures, said, got back in the car. We saw a lot in 6.5 hours, but not everything that we would have liked to have seen. That's for another time. So definitely you want to get a campground, a cabin, something, so you can, or not, RV campground if you have an RV site. Spend more time here. And the $50 for both parks is for 7 days, as I said. And it's important you get gas whenever you see it, because you never know, if you're going to run out. You don't want to run out. Thankfully, I've seen we just passed the second gas station. We've topped off our vehicle right before we got in here. We're good. This car goes a long way, but if you're driving a truck, an RV, or an SUV that uses up a lot of gas, make sure you fill it up, because there's not a lot of places. I've only seen 2 in the 6.5 hours that we've been in the park. There may be more, I just haven't seen them. Yeah, all these trees are dying.
I think it's fire.
You think a fire?
I saw some of them charred.
Brown. Could have been a fire. Wildflowers are beautiful. There's red and purple and yellow. All dead trees. What do you think, folks? Fire?
See it, they're all charred.
Oh yeah, and look at the purple flowers underneath. Isn't that funny? See how nature is? Fire burns up the trees, but then these flowers love the soil that's left behind after a fire, obviously, because they're growing beautifully. Lizard Creek Campground we just passed, it's also full. I bet every single one is full, and it's so beautiful over there. There's a lake and a mountain. Holy moly. I'm glad I'm recording this so we know for future. Like Lizard Creek, that's the one you want. It's a beautiful lake right at the mountain. This is probably our last overlook stop because it's getting dark. I guess we've seen what we wanted to see. I hope there's not snakes up here. I just wanted to record a little bit here at the end of this video because we left the Grand Tetons and of course spent the day at Yellowstone National Park. We are all so tired. But to get to Idaho Falls, and that's where we're going, it's taken us through the mountains and it's ziggy-zaggy, steep. Guy in front of us is riding his brakes and we can't really pass him because there's so many curves and there's cars coming the other direction, and I feel like I can't go on for another minute, and we still have another hour and a half, hour 20 minutes. I hope you're all nice and comfy at home in your PJs or relaxing wherever you are. Sweet dreams.